welcome to episode 17 of Sometimes Heroes. My name is James, and I'll be your game master. Let's introduce our players.
Hi, I'm Amanda. I play Galena, the Dwarven Bard.
My name is Winter, and I play the elf druid Sariel.
My name is Mark, and I play Guige, the human shield bearer.
My name is Molly, and I play Eden, the human sorcerer.
My name is Eric, and I play Sten, the half-orc barbarian.
Last time on Sometimes Heroes, you all attempted to entertain the king. It was good times, and found that he was entertained. But alas, there was an attack on the guardhouse jail, and many convicts were released. Whether they were innocent or not, we do not know, but the attacker was in fact Grey Fox. This soured the king on things slightly, as well as the fact that his advisors seem to be informing him that the elves are indeed involved, if not completely at fault. You stand in the throne room, bodies splayed out before you of the trophies you've taken over the past couple days, and Kui has just asked the king to give you the honor of both investigating the Vlovale's intent and also delivering terms for negotiations.
And taking a nice vacation to the countryside in the process.
Yeah.
If only.
Well, it'd be nice out there.
Kui leans over to the king as he has nodded, agreeing to this, and says, "These people are loyal and have saved your city from lycanthropy, and though they have failed to save your father, they are likely the reason you are still alive. Remember to be a gracious and generous king to those who serve well."
Thanks for rubbing it in about the dad thing.
The little blob of flesh king hops off his throne, looking nervous and sad and angry, but puts on a little chubby, brave face.
This guy gets insulted like so routinely.
Yes, for protecting Obelik to the best of your abilities, I grant you, 10,000. He looks over at the comb-over king.
Oh, here we go.
Sounding good.
Here we go.
Furiously making a down motion and neck-cutting motion with either hand simultaneously.
That sounds good, says Galena.
And King Severin the Younger finishes with silver. 10,000 silver. Yes.
How much gold is that worth?
1,000. It's still quite a lot of money.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
just
that's not bad.
He just didn't hand you the kingdom.
That was about to be some good stuff.
I mean, we could retire on that.
True that. As he finishes this announcement, the Lord Commander Primrose slams in the main door and sees that there's an audience and steps off to the side and sits down.
Primrose is the guy whose sword I almost stole, right? When he was unconscious?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, just checking. He didn't know about that, right? We're good still? We're cool? I think he didn't know. Maybe he knew. He knew, didn't he?
People told him.
Damn it. Well, it was desperate times.
Yeah, they probably assumed you were just borrowing it to, save lives.
Yes, that is what I was doing.
He knows that you fought a bear.
Right.
Anyway, do y'all have anything to say to being paid an obscene amount of money and being sent on a mission from high up?
I feel like, given your treatment of the king, what I'm supposed to exclaim is, "Thanks, fathead," but I'm not going to do that. But I will certainly say thank you, my liege, or your honor.
Insert
my
whatever
liege, I guess.
appropriate title.
Your highness. So my liege sounds like something you only say when you're like a knight, but maybe that's not true.
Yeah, that's actually sure. I'm not sure if you have to be a sworn person to say my liege.
Galena curtsies and says, "I'm very grateful, your grace. Perhaps I can entertain you in the future."
He nods and says, "That was very entertaining. I've never seen anything like it."
Oh, wow. Were we really that impressive? I mean, yes. We practiced so hard, and we knew we were just going to blow it out of the water.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed.
Guige is still bummed out because Oster died, so he just takes off his hat and bows his head a little bit, and that's it. Doesn't say anything else.
Minimum required, but it fits.
He's just basically the only non-sociopath amongst us.
Little do you know.
So what's next, guys? Are you bouncing?
Yeah, I mean, do they require us to stay longer, or do they seem to be dismissing us?
Yeah, I mean, Galena's interested in going to a different city. She's made her rounds here. She's played at many taverns, performed at the Velvet Curtain a few times. She's kind of bored.
Well, I mean, wouldn't Sten want to check in with his boss and let him know that he's not going to be working there anymore, or would he want to see her parents? I know Guige might have a few things he wants to do before.
I mean, as far I mean, Sten's packing what? How many? It was 1,000 gold between us, or 1,000 gold each of us?
1,000 gold between you.
Between us. Even so, I don't think Sten is particularly his boss knows that he's working for important people, and
Probably not
his
coming
job
back.
his job does not pay that well. So yeah, he's not going back.
He
Okay.
just goes in.
This work pays a hell of a lot better.
He just goes in. I'm going on an adventure. I quit.
Yes, yeah, I've gotten paid the fuck you cash. Oh, I mean the damn it, the screw you money.
Much better.
Well, Gige will pull out his notebook and start looking through the little things he's written down as quote-unquote leads. And he'll see that he's written down that there was a bakery on Waver Street, and he does want to check that out. And I imagine Eden probably wants to go see her parents if she ends up leaving town.
Okay, so a lot of you head out, and you hear the very beginning of Primrose's conversation with the king. As you step out, he appears to inform the king that the quarantine was broken. A group of elves and half-breeds scaled the north wall next to the Narrows and killing several guards, and left seditious messages. But as you step out of the room, Nemirian steps to Eden and says, "Ah yes, so for your outing to the Vlovale, you should really keep some drawings or something. I would very much like to see the fauna and flora there. Anyway, yes." He hands you a scroll that is sealed in wax and says, "This is not to be opened and cannot be opened without destroying itself. Without this." And he hands you a ring as well. "If you touch this to the wax, it will be openable, and then you can show it to the elves, assuming they explain these attacks to your satisfaction or admit fault. You have 3 weeks, if all goes well, before the army can mobilize, and 1 more for the Avzal to join us. A month total. I expect you to keep this information secret, of course." Yes, so this ring will, if you touch it to the paper after it has been signed, it will tell me. If you die, it would also tell me, so we'll know the status of your mission. We recommend you leave tomorrow morning."
Wow, well, thank you for putting so much trust in me and my friends, even though you don't really know us all that well.
"Oh, Eden, we've met on several occasions, and I know your parents well, of course. I trust the youth these days, even if they're not as interested in education as I am."
Yes, those youths. What are you gonna do?
Indeed, what are you going to do? He hands you the ring, implores that you put it on, and the scroll as well.
All right, then I will put that ring on.
It feels weirdly warm.
Nice.
It is a simple golden ring.
Ooh,
You're
it's the
married
one
now.
ring to rule them all.
Yep, you get to rule that piece of paper like nobody's business.
Did we hear this or no?
He was not secret about it. You were all around.
So essentially, this ring will notify people back home if something happens to Eden.
Or if the piece of document is signed.
Okay.
Cool.
So would I be able to open this and look and see what's in it before we reach our destination?
Yes, in theory, but it would also inform the people there that you had read it, which may or may not matter. It is uncouth to do so.
You would have a bit of a political situation on your hands. Because they'd be like, "Oh, she opened and read it before we told her to."
Well, I don't
Just
know.
blame
maybe,
it on me.
maybe if I do it down the line when nobody's watching, maybe they'll easier to ask for forgiveness than permission, as they say.
Well, I
Just tell them the
Exactly.
dumb orc did it, and they'll be like,
Oh.
orcs, right.
Well, you weren't wearing would the ring even fit on your finger?
Oh, well, but I could have. Oh, wait, how does it work? If it's opened and read, they would. Even if it's on your finger, you could blame it on someone else, right?
It's a magic LoJack. If she dies, or that thing can only be opened with the ring, and then they would know it was opened.
Oh, it can only be opened with the ring. Okay, gotcha.
Right? Did I get that
Well,
right?
then you're screwed.
You did.
Sorry, I thought it was just that
Okay.
it detected if it was open. Okay, gotcha. Well, then you're screwed. Let's just cheat. Let's just do it anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. And we're totally not saying any of this out loud.
No. We're just making
Significant
eyes at each
glances.
other. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, have you guys seen How I Met Your Mother? How all the characters literally read each other's minds with looks and they have conversations in their head?
Mm-hmm.
I actually
Yeah,
think I know
that's
exactly the
basically
episode
what
you're
we're-
referring to, yes.
Yeah, that's what we're doing right now.
All right. So you have until tomorrow to gather supplies, talk to your family, quit your job, whatever you're talking about. Go do your thing, guys.
Yeah, I guess
Meet up.
Sten is going to get notified. I mean, his boss was nice to him. I may or may not have forgotten his name at this point, but I'll go look it up real quick.
Before we leave town, or before we all part ways, should we meet up at Eden's place to leave the next day?
I could use a nice bath before we go, yes.
He just turns his head to Eden, like, "Is that cool?"
Yeah, that is totally fine.
Cool.
So are we all separating?
So as we leave the palace, Guige will turn to the others and say, I'm just going to get some bread and then head back to Eden's. You guys, if anyone wants, you can join me. Or we can go as a group. I don't really care. It doesn't take long to get bread. Doesn't matter to me.
Aw, Guige wants company.
I'll go get bread, assuming it's on the way to the docks. I won't
Sure,
be
why
taking
not?
long at the docks anyway.
I want to roll insight to see if Guige wants company, and I rolled an 11 for insight. Galena rolled an 11.
How strong is the this check?
You can determine.
What would be like a hard difficulty?
If you're trying to hide it, roll a wisdom defense. No, I'm sorry, charisma.
Well, he's
Safe.
not. I mean,
Okay,
it's just,
then it's-
he's just,
then it's
he's just
enough.
making an offer. Yeah, he's just making the offer.
Galena, he does not specifically want company, but he wants
Okay, so what's going on?
company.
James
Okay.
is being
Listen to him,
saucy.
not me.
James is just being saucy.
Yeah.
Hey, Guige, does this bakery have pie?
I'd assume so.
Okay, cool. I'm in.
All right. So the three of you are headed towards Waverly Street. What
Is-
are Eden
Oh, what's Cyril doing?
and Sariel doing?
Well, I'm heading home. Otherwise, my family will probably think that I died or was kidnapped.
And Sariel is going to shadow Eden.
The best bodyguard ever. Okay, who wants to go first? Actually,
guess-
let's go with Bread.
Okay. So I start looking and asking around with various townspeople if there's a bakery on Weaver Street or Waver Street.
Then you know where this is.
I know where what is. I mean, like, I know the area.
This bakery on Waver Street is basically on your way to work.
Ah, yes. This is excellent bread here.
Yeah.
I've occasionally had some scraps from the bakery. I can only imagine their good stuff is even better.
What's the name, guys?
She's my
Bjorn's
cherry
bread.
pie.
That's a more fun name than mine.
I was gonna say Happy Yeast, but no, I think their ideas sound better.
Happy Yeast.
Happy yeast. Oh.
I like it.
Yeah. no,
Guys,
we're-
don't use that. Don't.
We're nixing that one.
Well, don't you
use
put
that.
yeast? Don't you put yeast in bread?
Yeast
Yeah.
infections, Mark. That's what's going to come to mind. I'm just going to blurt it out.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Glady's got issue with that.
Is not happy.
Fresh and tasty. Fresh bread, tasty bread. I don't know.
Fresh and tasty
what's-
yeast.
What's wrong with Bjorn's bread, damn it?
Bjorn's bread. We're going to Bjorn's bread.
Yes,
bread.
Bjorn's bread. All right, you head there. There is Bjorn's bakery, sporting a stone bust of a man with luxurious hair mounted above the door, smiling broadly. Through the window, which is, again, just slats, you can see row upon row of loaves of bread that are getting on the stale side now that it's the end of the day, but also some pastries further in. And from behind them all, you can see the dour face of the lady who was late to work this morning.
Oh, the lady that I encountered in the blockade.
Actually, was that last morning? Never mind.
It was. It was
the
yesterday.
lady who was late to work the day before.
Good to know she didn't die. Well, I'm gonna walk up to the counter and ask her for a fresh loaf, a smallish fresh loaf.
We bake fresh loaves in the morning.
Well, can I have your least oldest small loaf?
She sighs and rolls her eyes and pulls out a loaf of bread that looks pretty fresh. She's like, "This was the last one to come out. Do you want it?"
Yeah.
Hey, you little lady. You look like you would like some rhubarb? You look like a pie person.
Galena's staring in confusion at Guige. She's just like, wow, this is fascinating. Just his intent on bread. And then
Yeah,
she looks
get
at
used to it.
and then she looks at the lady behind the counter. I thought there was a lady behind the counter, a man.
It is a half-elven woman.
Okay, the lady behind the counter, and she says, "Oh, actually, I would like a slice of cherry pie with copious amounts of whipped cream, please, if you have that."
Do that. And for you, big man?
Sten struggles to remember what the various scraps he'd had from this place look like. Just,
Aw.
some of your older bread.
She pulls out some bread right from where she got Guiche's bread and hands it to you.
Smart Sten, see? How much does mine cost compared to his?
The same.
Well, okay, not so smart Sten. Well, that's fine. I'll eat
They
that
both
too.
cost a copper.
A mere pittance to what I'm
Yes.
worth now.
Indeed. So you guys have snacks.
This is awesome.
So
Nom nom nom
Thanks,
nom.
Galena.
I'm gonna
I love pie.
bite in.
Yep.
Are we eating this as we walk? Well, she
You
has
can
pie.
be.
Is Galena just gonna like palm her piece of
We're
pie?
gonna have,
and
like, a
just,
sit-down?
Eat it.
That's how it was
She-
done back in the day.
I mean,
Is
she's a
there, like, a-
dwarf. I don't know. Maybe
That's
that's
how it's done in my house. So,
Is there like a little? Do they have cardboard in this world?
Well, you probably have
They
like
can
some.
have some paper and or disposable-esque stuff.
Okay, so then I guess we're walking to Stenzel job so he can let his boss know, and we're eating our various baked goods.
Sounds delightful.
How does the bread taste to me?
It's a little bit stale.
Just bread, huh?
Just bread. All right. You guys head down towards the docks. The presence of the standing army that was here before is still there, but the men look less alert and are just sort of moseying back and forth, talking to each other as opposed to keeping their head on a swivel. But you eventually roll up on Egan's warehouse.
Sten will knock on the door.
It slides open a little bit. Who's there?
Hey, Egan, Sten.
It slides all the way open. Ben, where you been? Been needing a lot of help.
Yeah, about that. First of all, I don't even know where to begin when it comes to where I've been. Sewers, palaces, very fancy parties.
Have you been on the mushrooms again?
Believe it or not, no, I don't think. Sten looks around at his various friends to make sure he is in fact not high.
He shakes his
Egan
head.
looks at them as well.
Galena nods eagerly.
Yeah, I don't
I
trust
told you, Sten, you can't handle the dwarven mushrooms.
No, Egan. This is the real. Things got weird for a while. I was cursed and dying. Now I'm better. But in any event, all of us here have been sent out of town on some important business. I don't think I'm gonna be back for a while. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not leaving you too high and dry here.
I can handle it. Just take care of yourself, all right?
I appreciate it. Thanks. You've always been good to me.
He starts to turn back to a crate that he was sort of hauling around, and then looks back at you and puts his finger up and says, I owe you back pay. Don't leave without it.
I appreciate it, Egan, but you can keep it. I feel like I screwed you over, and frankly, I think I'm doing okay for myself right now.
He attempts to shove 5 silver in your hand.
Sten will insistently attempt to give it back to him. Keep it.
Roll competing athletics.
Trust me. Not that forcefully. I'm not gonna like body slam the dude.
Polite athletics.
If he's that insistent, I'll take it politely.
There is some friendly jostling between the two of you, and he finally steps back and says, can't imagine you moving up in the world like this. Just remember the little guy when you're in charge of this place. He chuckles to himself.
I will. And now I'm imagining rolling athletics check for like taking the bill at the end of a date or something.
Pretty much.
Anyway, I think we're done here. Where was our next stop?
As you guys walk away, the camera cuts to Egan, a single tear rolling down his eye.
Oh, man. I'll be back. I'll remember you, Egan.
All right. Where are you guys headed next?
Well, I would think we're done unless they want to go anywhere else, or if we want to get
Does Galena have
supplies.
any place to be?
Yeah.
Does she want to say bye to the Does she want to say bye to the people at the Velvet Curtain?
Sure. She made some
Oh.
what you might be able to call friends there, I guess.
Oh man, I
just-
can't remember the dancer's name. Is it Ruby?
Are they all like mineral themed names? Gemstone themed names?
No, whatever name I suggested first got shot down, and then I.
I
Anyway,
think it was Ruby.
I think it was Ruby too. Okay, yeah. Sorry, go for it. I shouldn't have interrupted.
Oh wait, what? Huh? Me?
Yeah.
Galena sort of, in between bites of pie, she sort of coughs politely and says, I might want to say goodbye to some people that I guess I could call friends. They were more like acquaintances. But they helped me out when I needed it a few times.
All right.
And then she starts heading in the direction of the Velvet Curtain. She says, you guys can come if you want. You don't have to.
All right, we're gonna switch over to Eden and Sariel for a little bit. Do you guys head straight home?
Yeah, I guess so.
Again, Sutter's walk is gentle in the. I'm sorry. What am I looking?
Genteel.
No, I'm thinking of like calm evening.
Placid.
Sure, why not? Sutter's walk is placid and empty. The house's windows lit by oil lamps and the like, showing off their wealth. They can have light at night. But you see your house is surrounded by several soldiers, in addition to your regular guard.
Oh, and it was such a placid evening, too.
Tell me a better word, guys. I'm blaming this one on you, Eric.
What? It's what I thought of. Excuse me, gentlemen. We're all having a nice, placid evening right now.
Anyway, they see the Lady Eden and her mysterious, foreignly dressed friend.
I will greet them, but I want to ask somebody what exactly is going on and if I should be worried.
The normal guard the one who's normally at your house and is just sort of like your house's, the Milan private guard, steps forward and says, "Nothing to worry, milady. These men are just sent by the king to make sure your family is safe."
Oh, by our 8-year-old king?
He, yes, milady.
Oh, well, how thoughtful of him, I guess.
The men let you inside the estate. Sariel, you again feel the ever so faint cries of the recently pruned plants. Yeah, you are inside the estate. What you doing?
I gotta find my parents.
Gotta find your parents. Going in the
Where
front
might
door,
they
going in the back
be?
door?
Yeah, let's just head in the front door and see what we see.
You step in the front door and there is a commotion. There are
Uh-oh.
2 serving girls. One is weeping inconsolably, and the other one is trying to console her regardless. And
Okay, wow, geez.
the more intact one looks up and curtsies and says, "Lady Eden, don't mind Krissa. She'll..." And she pushes her friend out the door into one of the serving hallways
Rude.
and comes up and says, "What can we do for you?"
Is she okay? What's going on?
Your friend, the orcish fellow, he died.
Aw,
Wait, are we talking about
Uncle Nammy.
Nami?
Yep.
Oh no. That is so
You-
sad.
He was telling us jokes in the kitchen while we were cleaning, and then he just stopped and looked up, and then he fell over, and he wouldn't. I didn't. We called a healer, but she said he was dead.
Oh my gosh, that's awful. Where's the body?
We have it out in the yard right now. We're not sure what to do with it because
You guys were gonna throw him out, weren't you?
he's
Just in
not
the dumpster.
of. He's from the Offsal, isn't he? But then he's also an orc. I don't know what rights to perform over him.
That is an excellent point, but I don't want to just leave the corpse to rot in the backyard.
Oh no,
He-
miss, he's covered and a blanket on both above and below. We wouldn't disrespect your friend.
Oh, well, then let me correct myself. I don't want to leave the corpse to rot between 2 blankets out in the backyard.
Apologies, miss.
Who would I be able to notify or ask who would know the proper rights to perform on Nami? Because I cannot just leave the body behind without doing anything.
Roll a history check real quick. And Sariel, you might also know this.
Will do.
And it's a 10. Not amazing.
You didn't go to many funerals when you were in the Offsal Empire at school.
Well, that's probably a good thing. Not many people I knew died.
Pleasant socializing, not so many funerals.
Sariel rolled a 13 for history.
Sariel, you will know that if you were to bury him in the Afzal tradition, he would be under a cairn of stones, and some priest would come and weigh his sins and determine whether he will ascend or descend, and it would be a whole hoopla. You could probably find someone willing to do it. But if you were to bury him as the Orcish tribes do, you would burn him on a pyre, but before doing that, you would cut out one of his eyes and stand vigil with it, so the gods could watch his soul ascend and judge him.
Okay.
That's kind of intense.
Or you could just, do a normal human pillar thing where you just bury him and say something nice.
What when I'm just the folks in the Afsal Empire, what do they believe happens to someone's soul if they are improperly buried?
Pretty much all of them believe that your soul just stays with your body until your body rots, and then you turn into a ghost and you wander the earth.
Awkward.
We're like bargaining here for how little we can get away with doing.
Also, just so you know, you can definitely find your parents. They are somewhere in the house, definitely.
Yeah, let's just do that. We'll worry about this later.
You guys are gonna forget about it, I'm sure.
Oh, Nami.
No, we won't. We love Nami.
So
Yeah,
sad.
my uncle after all. Or something.
You find your parents in one of the sitting rooms. They are whispering to each other. You hear something about how the servants are distraught and what should we do about this Nami fella when you come in.
Hi, Mom and
Oh,
Dad.
Eden.
What's going on?
Well, it's just unfortunate that your friend should expire so soon after us meeting him.
Yes, I just saw that. I was a little bit disturbed, but as long as everyone is okay,
Your father says, well, we can't just have the body out there. It's a health hazard.
Oh, I completely agree. I certainly don't know how to perform the proper burial.
I like that the main concern is that it's a health hazard to leave this dude's body just rotting.
He's the health inspector.
Poor guy.
Yeah, dude.
Okay,
And
so
it totally is a health hazard, okay?
It's true. It's true.
We have to consider all angles.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
he doesn't want to get blamed for another plague.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
All right. So your mother says to you, we could perform pretty much any rites. I believe we could find the proper people to perform them, but it's just a matter of choosing which one. We know he was from the Offcell, but he was a slave. Does he want his own people's thing? Did you talk to him about this at all?
No, I don't think we really made a habit of talking about what we wanted people to do with our bodies when we died.
I guess that is kind of a personal question. Are we having company again tonight?
Oh, do they still think that we're like lovers?
Hey.
Roll insight.
Wait, who's lovers?
It's a 7.
Your parents are just very excited that you have friends over.
Yay, I actually have friends. And we are totally not porking, so...
So crude.
Pork tacos.
Oh,
No! We have to cut that out. The children are
It
going
would
to be
Fish
traumatized.
tacos, James.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so... Oh, Mark, I'm sorry.
Thanks, guys, because I feel so much better about my profanity now.
I told you, I decided we have the explicit tag regardless of censoring out the
Intent. Yes.
So, yes. Are you having company again tonight? Your mother asks.
Well,
expectantly.
Yes, and actually there may be some other folks joining us whom you have already met. I have some friends who are in need of probably a bath, and I'm sure they wouldn't mind a warm meal either.
Oh, that's the minimum of what we can give them. Is it the people we met the other night?
Yes, it is.
Oh, they were all very pleasant. Do they also want to be present for Mr. Nami's funeral?
That's actually what I was going to get to next. I feel like they should know we were all kind of emotionally attached to Nami.
Yeah.
A little bit, okay? He was adorable. He was adorable.
Yeah. When we periodically remembered his existence, yes, we thought of him fondly.
Yes, he's totally the best character, just not good enough for us to remember him all of the time.
I was just laughing because I knew Eric was about to say something pithy.
Sorry.
All right. Do you want to cut away from this, or do you want to talk to your parents about something?
Yeah, I should probably tell them that I'm leaving on a quest. So, beyond that, I know that we have to deal with that, but I have something really important that I need to talk to you about. Don't freak out.
Of course. They both sit down and hold hands. And look at Sariel.
I knew that was coming.
Oh my gosh.
Sariel looks confused.
Oh my god. Anyway, Eden is going to explain to them everything that has happened over the past couple of hours, that she now has to leave and become involved in these political negotiations, and that, yes, it sounds dangerous, but she feels like it's her duty because she does not want to go to war and have to deal with all this pointless violence, and that this is the best option, blah, 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 just expecting that there is going to be some sort of objection. So trying to get any argument I might have to said objections out of the way beforehand. And now I am rambling, so the end.
After Eden stops rambling, you see that your mother has a single tear rolling down her cheek, and your father is actually sniffling a little bit and hiding his eyes. And he says from underneath, "I'm just so glad you have a job."
Wow. Okay. So
Ouch.
that's what you're getting from this.
No, and your mother will be so proud that you're doing something to help our ancestors. Her ancestors, but, I'm family. But, we just never thought you were going to get out of the house. And this is so good.
Oh, well, thanks for the support, I think.
Oh, we will. Oh, we're so proud. Come back anytime. We'll miss you terribly. And write
Oh, I believe me, I plan on coming back as soon as our mission is complete, which hopefully will not take so long.
It will.
Yeah,
Alright.
it might take a few months, depending on how everything works out, but we'll see.
Is your friend Sariel going with you?
Yes, yes. Sariel is a friend of Alana's, and Alana actually sent her to make sure that I'm safe, so I definitely want to keep her around.
It doesn't take an insight to see your parents' faces just droop into a mild disappointment before taking back their previous excitement.
Oh, so they wanted there to be a romance going on?
They think you're gonna be single forever.
I'm not that
Damn.
old. I'm in my 20s. Eden is younger than I am, and I'm single. Geez, I wonder how my mother in real life must cry herself to sleep over me every night.
Shit's getting real.
No, just pretend that this is a place where like 14-year-olds get married. It's terrible.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, it makes more sense.
You're an old maid. No, you're super cool, and they appreciate you. I'm just laying it on way too thick. Sorry.
I'll totally give you guys lots of grandkids someday. I'm not, but she doesn't. Eden doesn't actually say that out loud.
They're clearly not about kids. They're just about you being happy.
Aww, how sweet.
Anyway, back to the dream team over there at the Velvet Curtain. Oh, wait,
Okay,
wait.
so-
Hold on.
Okay.
Unless Sariel wants to add something.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Go on.
Okay, did Sten and Guiche come with me?
I didn't realize we were going. I mean, I'm fine with that.
So when I arrive, do I know this place is called the Velvet Curtain?
You probably haven't heard of it specifically, but you can recognize what it is pretty quickly.
Right, but I did have that ledger with all the indica operations.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So
you
I know
recognize that
this
this is...
Guiche will see that it's an indica operation, and he knows he'll probably have to end up fighting someone if he goes in. So he's like, I'll catch up with you guys at Eden's house. And he moseys off.
Okay.
Farewell, sir.
Prude.
What about you, Sen?
I'm going in.
Have you been here before?
Oh no, I'm just, always up for an adventure.
So the two of you step into the Velvet Curtain. You can see bare legs moving around from outside,
Mmm.
but that's about it. As you step in,
Sorry.
smoke drifts out past you, and you can hear some lively music playing inside. It's pretty crowded right now. There's lots of ne'er-do-wells and rich fellas hooting at some ladies who are dancing.
And some men.
Yeah.
Let's not forget all of our audience.
It's very difficult to get them into those tight pants, but they do it.
And it looks good.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, so Galena, so she walks in, she kind of winds her way between the crowd. She bumps into some people that probably, ask her if she's performing that day, and she's like, no, not today. Sorry. And then she ends up going to the door to the back room.
Do you do the secret knock 3 times and then knock really low on the door?
Because the changing room or whatever it is, because she doesn't see who she's looking for on stage.
Oh, are you going back in the normal establishment, or are you going back to the hidden establishment?
Oh, the normal one.
Okay, then you don't need to do a secret knock. You knock on the door. It opens, and behind it is... What's his name?
Jimmy Two Toes?
Jimmy Two Toes.
Oh, him. Yes. I thought he died.
You're not on... I'm not dead. You're not on for tonight.
I know. I want to see Ruby.
Oh, he's getting dressed.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I just want to say hi.
He looks up at Sten, who is behind you, and says, Don't I know you from somewhere?
He wants to audition. He's been auditioning.
What?
She kind of mutters under her breath, like, just getting you back there. Just trust me.
Yes, that is correct.
Jimmy Two Toes looks you up and down, and then purses his lips a little bit, stroking his chin. You think he's got stuff?
Oh, I know he's got the stuff. And you know how our clientele, their tastes are very varied, and some people have been asking for
Something more exotic. You're right.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
Oh god, shit just got weird. Should have gone with Geesh.
All right, get on back there.
Okay.
He steps to the side.
Galena strides in. When she's out of earshot, she just says, "Sorry about that. I just knew he probably wouldn't let you back there unless you worked here or wanted to work here."
Sten, in fact, gets butt patted on the way past the door.
I'd give a witty retort right now, but I do not have any to offer.
Neither does Sten.
That is indeed what I was getting at, yes.
All right. So you step back into the changing rooms. It's mostly just like little kind of cubicle looking things with curtains. But Ruby's is 3 down on the left. And you step into kind of the tight space. And she is, kind of lingerie'd up with some see-through silkies over it.
Is that a new corset there? She points to one that's hanging on her chair.
Glenna, you're always trying to get my new stuff. And she pulls it and like shoves it in a drawer next to her. And then gives you a little hug.
Hi. Actually, I'm here to pay you back for when I first came into town and you helped me out.
Oh, don't worry about it. We girls gotta help each other.
Oh, well, I'm just really grateful for that. I'm gonna be leaving. I'll probably be back in the future, but if it weren't for this place and for you, I wouldn't have really known what to do with myself a month and a half ago that I got here. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure it's only been 2 months. Things do tend to blend together. But if you are offering me this hunk of man meat, you are welcome.
She
Dear God.
raises her eyebrows and turns to Sten like, it's up to you, buddy. I mean, I'm not his keeper. He can make his own decisions.
No, I'm just the accompaniment.
Oh, he's yours? Okay.
Galena sort of...
I didn't realize what I was getting into here.
Galena
What have
sort
I
of
done?
blushes.
You hear Jimmy Tuto's voice from the back. Get him dressed. He goes on in 5.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
dear God.
Oh no, I'm so sorry, Sten. Jimmy, do you mean for the audition or for the performance?
Look, we got an empty space. I don't have time to look him over tonight. Just put him up there. He'll be fine.
She
Think I'm gonna-
looks at Sten wide-eyed and completely apologetic. Like, I'm so sorry. We could bail if you want.
I'm giving a ferocious glare in response and looking around for windows.
You see 2 windows. There's one small one at the end of the little hallway of changing rooms, and there's one large one behind you in the front of the establishment.
Well, wait, me in the front of the establishment means running back to the room.
Yes.
I can probably make a break for it. You done here?
Yeah. She quickly gives Ruby another hug. She's like, I'll see you. I'll be back. Just keep safe.
She gives you the double cheek kiss, and then eyeballs Sten.
Sten's gonna sprint out as fast as possible and leap out the window, even if not strictly necessary.
Galena follows. Is going just for performance's sake. Wait, you owe me money. Just so she doesn't leave the impression that she's just like lied to Jimmy, even though she totally did.
All right, I want an athletics from Sten and a deception from Galena.
Sten rolled a 19. Thank heavens.
Galena rolled an 18.
This is the perfect comedy duo. You guys have been training for this for no less than maybe an hour or 2 since you decided you were a comedy duo. Sten charges through the room full of smoky air and lecherous men and ladies before diving out a slightly ajar window and tucking and rolling in the street as Galena chases after, yelling that you owe her money. Jimmy Two Toes chuckles to himself and says, Galena, you're always such a card. Should recommend less flighty people, though. Now get out of here.
She says, sorry, Jimmy, I'll see you around. And then she dashes off, sort of like wiping her forehead. Okay, thank goodness that worked.
And you guys set out into the cool evening. All right, Guige, what were you doing while this awesomeness was transpiring?
He's just sprinting furiously back to the keep.
Back to
And
keep, eh?
Takes a moment to catch his breath before he asks to have permission to speak to one of the prisoners again.
The guard in charge eyeballs you up and down and says, been in here for practically all yesterday and the day before, why not?
Guige nods his head and thanks, and goes back to the cell where Corinthib is. Is the cell still broken? Is it open?
There is a rope tied around the door to keep it closed.
Mm-hmm. So Guige will come back to Corinthib's cell, untie the rope, then tie the rope once again. He's in it, and then take off his shield and his hat and his sword and coat and sit down across from him. It says,
Hey. This looks very intimidating. Are we okay?
I need poisons. Tell me where I can get them.
This sounds like a trap.
I would be implicated too.
Well,
so
I'm in prison, and there's a guard like right there across the room looking at us. And if I give you stuff, then they actually have something on me. Right now, they don't have anything on me.
well, then you can tell me where I can get them. And if need be, I can say it's part of official business because I have to go take care of something. on behest of the king.
Look.
So if you play this right, this comes off even more in your favor.
All right, roll persuade.
I rolled a 10.
He leans back and says, look, I'd love to help you, man, but I can't risk anything. Look, if you come to me when I'm out and we do business, that's one thing, but I'm like eyeballs on me everywhere, hawks, you know?
How about something that can put people to sleep? Can you tell me where I could find that?
Look, there are a lot of plants that do it. Let's see. Whoa, what plants? He gives you a list of herbs
Right,
that
you'll start writing
will
those down.
put you to sleep. A couple of them you actually know about. They're just sort of sleep aids. They make you a little drowsy.
Mm-hmm. And I can apply these to my blades?
I mean, you could, but they're not meant to be put in straight into the blood. They might actually hurt the person and wouldn't so much make them sleepy as make their blood burn.
What about something that would put them to sleep on contact with blood?
It's not on the up and up. I'm telling you, I can't make those things. He gives you like a really intense stare.
I want to try and really shake it out of him. Are there guards currently watching us right now?
Yeah, there's a guard 10 feet away.
So I try to persuade him. I'm going to intimidate him some.
Oh, tell me what you're doing.
So Guige usually wears bandages on his hands because his knuckles are pretty torn up. So would it be more intimidating for him to reapply new bandages or to take them off so he sees just how scarred up his knuckles are?
Let's let the roll decide. So I'm going to say taking off the knuckles is pretty good.
Okay.
Taking off
Rolled
the
a
bandages
21
to show off
intimidation.
to show off your hard knuckles.
Because his jacket's already off, so it means he might do something.
As you start unwrapping the wraps on your hands, the guard looks over and sees you doing this, and he must be a pretty sleazy guard because he nods and leaves the room. And Corin looks pretty upset about this in general. Hey, I mean, I can't make anything here. I have to do it back at my place. I don't have any equipment. I mean, look, this is not on the up and up. You can't just do it. I mean, and it's expensive. I like my face though, so don't hit it.
How much would it be, and do you have it back at your place already?
Look, I need to get a couple things, and I don't have anything made because that's stupid. Like, if they came in today and saw that stuff, they'd arrest me, for sure.
Out of character, would I be able to talk the guard out of letting me escort Corintheb and then bring him back?
If you bribed a lot of people, and,
Okay.
we're really good at talking, maybe. I'm not going to say it's impossible.
Right,
There's also,
okay.
like, a hole in the wall. Oh, no, they've, like, boarded
Patch
it up.
Yeah.
Do you know of someone who can sell me a sleep toxin I can put on my blade?
Look, why are you talking to me? Go talk to the Indica guys. That's the people who make it.
Because I don't
They-
trust them.
All right, so there's this guy. His name is Jimmy Two Toes, and he knows another guy, and that guy can give you this stuff. But if you can't talk to them, then I don't know who.
Well,
I work in this city. I know this city. Endicott owns the city.
Well, Guiche now has notes of the various plants he can look out for, and he doesn't want to put too much more of a squeeze on Corintheb. So he just puts his jacket on, puts all his gear back on, and puts his book away. And then he pulls 2 silver out. And because he feels kind of bad, he spooked him and he gives him silver. I was like, all right, thanks for the help. And then he ties back up the cell door. And then when he leaves,
Thanks, I guess.
and he'll just mutter like, sorry about that. Then Guiche will leave the prison as if nothing happened, and then sprint like a madman back to Eden's place.
Okay. All right, you get there before Galena and Sten do,
Awesome.
because you're sprinting like a crazy person through the streets. Were Galena and Sten going to do anything else while you're out?
I'm just recovering.
Galena's kind of like, I'm sorry, I didn't realize they wanted you to go on immediately. I think Jimmy really liked you. I didn't know that you were his type.
Let's just move on from this experience. We've all learned some things. We'll just take a step at a time in recovering from this scenario.
Sten, traumatized, walks through the streets. Sad music plays.
Galena is half shamefaced, like she didn't mean to embarrass Sten, but also slightly amused.
All right, you guys all find yourselves back at the Milan estate. Eden and Sariel, you have time to have prepared things, so there is food and baths ready for everybody when they get here. Or if you wanted to do anything else.
Well, I should probably tell them about Nami, because I know how much everyone loves him so deeply.
His spirit can feel that sass.
Sorry.
Did you want to do anything else before they got here?
Nope.
Okay, Sariel?
Nothing comes to mind.
Alrighty. Okay, so everybody gets there. You are all informed of the sad passing of your favorite NPC ever.
Uster,
I'm terrible.
you told me about him again?
Aw.
Well, wait, you said I arrived before Sten and Galena, right?
Yeah, but not that much. I mean, barely.
Would I be able to, like, wash myself off before they arrive?
I mean, you could rinse your face, but that's about it. I mean,
Oh, okay.
you traversed a much larger distance, but since you made such a crazy thing about sprinting, I've assumed you could do it before they finished.
Right, but I'm probably sweaty now, so...
Yeah, but you're also bloody, so it's
Which
not
is why
that
I'm
big of a
saying-
difference.
I'd like to... Okay, alright then.
Anyway, you're all here. What you doing? And you all know what's up.
Just so you guys know, we do have food. I'm sure that you guys are probably hungry, and not that you guys don't always smell like roses, because you totally do. But please feel free to take a bath if you would like.
Yes, please.
I thought I smelled like blood.
Always a cheery guy, that one.
Yeah, only Kui is into that smell.
So, if Guiche takes a bath, does he have to take it with Sten? Because
It's a bathhouse.
Alright,
You guys don't
so
have to
then...
take.
No, it's a tiny little bathtub, and you both have to get in at the same time to save water.
There you go.
So good.
Alright,
No.
well then...
You guys can
We're
be
in a
in.
drought.
You guys can be in separate pools if that's important to you. We can just brush over that. We've already had some hijinks tonight. We can say bath time happens.
Okay, cool.
Only when we are desperate need of hijinks that we go into bro bathing time. Is there lady bathing time as well?
Yeah, that'd be pretty nice.
Yeah,
Hell
probably.
Yeah. Sorry. Yep, Galena wants to take a bath because baths are fun, and she likes her tattoo. Yeah.
I am imagining that Galena does the little, like, gripping her hands together and squirting water at people during
Yeah,
the bath, just being
yeah,
obnoxious.
let's say that she does that. She's feeling a little playful.
All right. Now that you guys are clean and fed, is there anything you guys wanted to talk about, reconnoiter, plan, discuss all these things that have transpired to you, around you?
Maybe play a game. We
She
could play
tells us-
Monopoly.
She definitely tells the story that happened at the Velvet Curtain with Sten in the bathhouse to the other girls.
Oh, she ratted you out.
No. It's girl talk. It's not ratting anyone out. It's just-
Yeah, it
She's
doesn't
like,
count.
I almost accidentally got Sten to perform at the Velvet Curtain. It wasn't my intention, but it was a little funny. I feel a little bad because I think he is truly traumatized, but that would have been kind of fun to watch.
All right. And it is late. Are you guys crashing out for the evening?
I mean, we might want to discuss when we're, at the very least, when we're setting off tomorrow. Do we want to wake up bright and early? Do we want to sleep in?
The sooner we get it done, the sooner the country's not at war.
Yeah, I guess, it would probably be best to just wake up early.
Do you think in the case of Namtar...
Yeah, Mark.
What? We're in character right now. Who's Mark? I'm Guige.
I have no idea what I was talking about.
In the case of Namtar, do you think maybe we can't just have his body sent back to the Sill? I mean, that was the family he belonged to.
Nope.
Wait, what do you mean nope? I just asked Eden and then you said nope.
I'm just being mean.
You really want us to have a burial for him, don't you?
No, I was kind of hoping you would forget so I could lord it over you next time.
See, I could tell. I knew you wanted us to forget. I could tell. I say we do the orc eyeball one. If we can truly find someone who can perform that right, I think objectively that's the most awesome right.
Well, Guige is asking Eden if perhaps maybe her father might be able to arrange to have his body sent back. Especially because, one, it's a health matter, and two, political relations. We don't want any bad blood coming out of that.
No, yeah, I definitely think that would be best. And it does mean that we wouldn't have to do it ourselves. Not that I wasn't totally gung-ho about organizing
Yeah.
a last-minute funeral.
We could do it, but our schedule is tight with, trying to prevent war.
Indeed.
So I guess Guige will suggest to Eden that she explain that to her dad and see if maybe he can't pull a few
Okay.
strings the next day at the office.
At the office. Yeah, I'm going to want to explain this to Pop before I go to bed.
Pop nods and says, I guess that's a good compromise. That way they can handle their own. Yes, I will handle that, of course. Don't worry. I know you're on big business now.
Oh, thank you. Rest in peace, Nabby.
Oh, poor Nami. Also, that is a baller move. Be like, hey, we suspect you sent this dude to, do bad things, and now we're sending his body back to you.
Oh, I thought it would be, a nice gesture of kindness, question mark?
I thought it was respectful.
I assumed they would have no idea who the hell he was because it's Nami.
Yeah.
Honestly, who knows the guy?
Galena's just kind of like, who's Nami? Ooh, what?
Don't worry, it's not important.
It's a really long story.
True. Anyway, after discussing shipping a body halfway across the world, and in general gossiping about Den and the possibility of him being in tight pants, you all retire to various rooms. As you sleep, several of you find yourself waking around 2 in the morning. I bet you can guess which ones.
Oh.
Eden and Sten, right? That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Oh,
I was like,
no.
oh god, I forgot something.
Oh,
Eden and Sten both awake. Eden in a big plush bed next to an open window. You wake from your sleep feeling a tightness in your chest. The full moon sitting in the sky, brightly shining into your room, making a square spotlight around you. You cough violently as if you were ill. The fit stops. The feeling of something gripping your inside leaves. You see an outline of an animal drift towards the window. What is it?
we pick our animals here.
Yeah.
Ooh, is this like having a Patronus?
It's an
Kind of
evil
like the opposite of a
Patronus.
Patronus. Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna go with bear. I mean, right? Bear.
You just think bears are cool. Yes.
It just
that's
seems
fine.
appropriate. Bear.
Mine is
Kind
a
of dumb and
platypus.
friendly and murderous. Sorry, go ahead. Blue. That's excellent. Go ahead.
Mine is a platypus.
As you see these smoky outlines hit the window and press their way through, seemingly unobstructed by the glass, you see against the perfect circle outline of the moon, a platypus and a bear meet each other and place a small black point on the moon, which disappears a moment later. And we will cut for the evening.
That beautiful, beautiful image of the platypus and bear.
Just being friends forever.
Great combination, yes.
Yeah, I
yes.
definitely, when James said that, I definitely laughed out loud.
With that, our heroes finally find themselves free of the lycanthropy curse, but many questions still remain. Did Sten's cold feet cause him to miss his calling to perform in tight pants? Will Galena continue to scout talent as she travels the world? Is Guige looking for bread in all the wrong places? Do Eden's parents still think she plays for the other team? Is Sariel taking this silent bodyguard thing too seriously? Find out next time on Sometimes Heroes.